was selling the land. I mean, some of you, if you are in Lagos in 2006, 2007, Isaleko, Barack Obama, Ajangbadi, Albert Einstein, Fashola, was he actually shared the experience on one of the TV program I watched way back then. Okay, but I witnessed the event too. Because what happened? Before they knew it, they said Lagos State government used the land as a collateral to take loan from bank. So now, since Lagos State is not paying, so the bank has been given the go-ahead to sell the land. Sell which land? Sell our land. How? Today, one of Tinubu's associates has built a golf course on that land now. And the rest of the land is now, what is it called again? They've built an estate there, owned by Tinubu. Of course, through proxy, you know. So grabbing land is their usual way. And that is why it is so unfortunate that the same criminals decided to make it all about landmark. You see that guy that spoke there? They called them to come and collect money, you know, compensation money. And they rejected it. So it's not only landmark. There are some communities along the route as well, where the ocean has claimed like hundreds, if not thousands of hectares of land that is already in the ocean in what they call the climate change. Makes sense, right? At least it makes sense. So the guy told him, he told Devulu Mayi, listen, keep your check. We don't want your money. You can't take any land from our place. We know you are going to try, but anyway, we'll see. Because if you are looking for your land is inside the ocean. Go and check your map. We have lost land too to the ocean. So you need to go, if you want to build your road there, you have to go and build it inside the ocean there. Or better still, start claiming the land from the bank there, not ours. If you hear that they started kidnapping contractors or started shooting people and you started hearing crisis, it won't be a surprise. In 2007 governorship campaign, when Tinubu took Fashola to that same part of Lagos State, you know what the people did? Despite the fact that he's their governor, when they entered them, it's only because the car that they were in, Tinubu and Fashola, it was a bulletproof car. If not, now the money left for don't kill Fashola. He shared the story. It's a true story. According to him, they were there and the whole wala started, but Tinubu was sitting, he was the governor, so Fashola was going to succeed him, so they were campaigning. And he said, while the security guys were trying to clear those people away, one guy just crawled and just came to the side of the car. And he just pulled out a gun. And next to the, to the back seat. And the bullet bounced and the gun in his hand kind of like flung away and the guy started running, like ran away. But Fashola, who was there, who witnessed it, like somebody pointing gun at you like that, was like, he said it was shaking. You know what it means? Like when you are like, oh my God, that could have been me, I could have died. Why the druggie, Kolu, according to Fashola, Kolu was there like, don't worry, all right. Like, he wasn't bothered. He was unbothered. Fair enough, the car was a bulletproof car. That was how angry the people of that local government area were at the level of the land grabbing of Tinubu. So yeah, it's not just about landmark. So now they have decided to send out, what do you call it? They decided to send out their troll out, okay? Take a look at this. The guy who owns the landmark is an Igbo guy, okay? And for some reason, we know, I have told a lot of you that whenever you see them talk or blow the dog whistle on social media, that a lot of you unconsciously takes their bait. Have you read all of that? See all these horrible things coming from these guys. These are the fake accounts on social media, okay, that are paid. They call it gig. So the guy was out to say, well, guys, we have reached an agreement, okay? So we will no longer have the beach, but we still have the hotel. So if you want to come, if you want to, because according to them, they say it's a club, sort of a resort, okay? So you have to be a member. And as a member, you pay for different kinds of services. And there have been those who have kind of paid for their membership for the rest of the year. So the guy now posted online and said, well, under the current situation and all that, we are giving you the option of converting the balance in your account, use them for something else within our service, also within our establishment, or we can refund you the balance of your membership and all that if you want to pull out. That was what the guy posted there. And they started attacking him. So what now makes sense is that I remember when they said they would do everything to destroy the Igbos and the Igbo businesses in Lagos. And some of you felt like it was just a free talk. It wasn't a free talk. Somebody did actually say something back then, and that person is this guy. I don't know if we should believe him or not, but I actually want to believe him. Bakare once said this about the plan to go after the Igbos. Watch.
I was at a meeting a few days back last week, and they said, the Igbos, we must find a way of checkmating them. I sat there in the midst of them, and the man said, you are not even saying anything. I said, what is the offense? He said, they are bought everywhere in Lagos. They are buying and buying. And I said, when they came with gun and shot your people, or your people collected money for the purchase. Baba looked at me and said, why are you like this? I said, I'm like that. Did your people sell to them? Or they brought gun and said, your land or your life? Why don't you learn their industry? Who asked you to sell your land? That was the end of the meeting. If you are going to invite me into a meeting where we are going to move the nation forward, don't pitch one tribe or ethnic clash against the other. It's not going to work for those of us who believe that the best of the North and the best of the South must come together to steer the ship of our nation. Do you understand me? Okay.
So you can call it a sleep, but don't act so naive or ignorant and pretend that you have no knowledge of all of this in the scheme of things in Nigeria. And then I'll probably see your level of intelligence. So I'll probably be very careful around you. Tell me you are not aware of any of these. And then they turn around and they say, oh, the Igbos like to claim victims. And you are pushing bigotry against yourselves. Supposedly, one country. Over $200 million worth of a business, and all of the businesses are going down, destroyed, for a coastal road to nowhere. And then the next thing, the government had to pay people to go and promote this Igbo, that. They must leave Lagos. Their drink is expensive. People will be say, I never shop. Some of them are never shop. Hungry, unemployed, to. But they are giving them gig. And they can't be like saying, of course, all of them. See the first one. That one, you see that one called Eniola, 15. From what I heard, she lives in the US. Some of you will be so surprised that some people who are actually the real bigots promoting ethnic hatred, especially for Tinubu. Some of them, they are not living in Nigeria. That's what makes it even worse. Imagine you living in America with everything you have seen in America, and you want to practice your own racism. You decided to go and practice that and use your supposed fellow countrymen criticizing Tinubu. You want to turn that to, if I criticize Tinubu, that means I hate Yorubas. And then the agenda of destroying the Igbos and their economy and all of that is something that will sit well with you, and you are living abroad. Eh? So, like I said, this Eniola, they say she lives in the US. I don't know if that's a picture though, but by now you will be in jail. That's what he said to that landmark guy. You are whipping up sentiment from people against your government for a legacy project that will open doors for millions of citizens. How can a bridge open door for millions? Does that even make any sense? Eh? And then you can shut down what is already earning you millions in taxes, Abi. See the second one. They call it a gig. They pay them to do this. And they are everywhere. Social media, WhatsApp, everywhere to promote this Igbo versus Yoruba, or this eightful rhetorics. Go back to Anambra. Go back to your this or that. See this one. Oh. I am not even sorry for landmark one bit. You pay gate fee for beach you're supposed to access for free. Meanwhile, there is no single free beach in the entire Lagos. And this landmark is not the only beach in Lagos. Oniru Beach that is next to it is similar. They know that. But an Igbo man's business, how can an Igbo man own this kind of thing in Yoruba land? Those who said generation can never possibly, the generations of the wretched, decided to turn this into Igbo versus Yoruba. Do you see all the campaigns there? All this vileness. Because an Igbo man says he won't be president. Just like a Fulani man says he wants to be president and a Yoruba man says he wants to be president. I said something about that, Eniola. Let's bold in her picture in case if she's your neighbor in the US. Remember when the Lagos state government said they would spend about 85 million or something to bury the NSAS unclaimed bodies? Do you remember that? After denying that nobody died, then the Lagos state government was to spend 85 million naira to bury 116 NSAS bodies, unclaimed bodies. Do you remember that? See the reaction of somebody, all for what? Like, I'm a Yoruba man. You are an Igbo man or woman. I don't know you. I haven't met you. You haven't met me. How convenient for people to hate people they have never met. Or how sad will somebody's life be to hate an entire tribe all because of politics? Now listen, these guys with their propaganda did so well to make NSAS as if, like I told you, anything that happens in Nigeria, if you don't understand it, just blame the Igbos. This Tinubu and their dangerous politics, the politics of tribal, jingoism, bigotry, hatred, and violence. It's so dangerous that it is not just it's not just against the Igbos, it is even against the Yorubas too. They turned the propaganda of NSAS to Igbos coming to burn down Lagos. They continue to push it. The NSAS was the Igbos' plan to destroy Lagos, despite the fact that there were those who sponsored the criminals, the thugs. Everything is on video, on camera. They sponsored thugs to attack peaceful protesters. They started burning properties, create violence. But this Olori Buruku Abobaku of Lagos, some of them are not even from Lagos. They are from all this Okoko Ekiti, Okoko Iragbiji. And from there, they are sending this hatred. Like, what kind of human being would you be that you'll be able to harbor in so much hatred towards people that you have never had any encounter with in your life? She research, I'm trying. So they denied that nobody died at Lekki toll gates and across Lagos for the NSAS. Then, 2 years after, they decided to bury the bodies of the dead people or the corpse of those who died during NSAS. And it will cost them 85 million naira. So it became news. Guess what this Eniola or Soeni, what she said? So that you can see what social conditioning, hate can do to someone. Because I'm still trying to process it. Now, here, he said, Lagos state government acted so naive. You played into their hands again. Mass burial is what they want to hear. Why not donate the corpse to medical students as cadaver? All these official channels memo will land you in a diplomatic maze. Somebody with the America, according to people, a woman, a young woman with this so much hate, all because of politics. They see the one that wrote after exactly what they should have done, what lawsuit medical students should have used. No one will be making noise now, and it would have been, it would have been cost effective. 6-something million naira. They denied killing these young people during the October 2020 NSAS protest. They denied. For somebody this young, right. Let's go to the next thing. Talking about the same Lagos. Very shocking news hit the news wave yesterday when the Environmental Task Force discovered that somebody, Kokole Korale, Ongbuwole, that's what we call people who are like landlords, but they probably became landlords by inheritance. Okay? So we call them Kokole, Korale, Ongbuwole. He no build house, he no buy land, but he's collecting rent. That's exactly what this story I'm about to show you is like. Because somebody was able to build, apartments, compartmentalize the public bridge to over 86 rooms under the bridge. And people were paying 250,000 naira per annum. How is that even possible? Are the people so poor that they choose to go and live under the bridge? Of course, I know people live under the bridge, but I just thought people who have you know, like who have mental health problem. Lunatics are mostly, you see. Also, there are some people who are going through hard life also have been found under the bridge, but I have never seen anybody live under the bridge and say, where are you living? Can you give me your address? They were raising kids there, children. Some of them were surprised that they were coming to knock off all their structure. Like, we have heard about shanties, right? This one is so different, right? About they build apartments. Landlord is coming there to collect rent. And I have no idea how long. But before they will say, people who are stranded are seen under the bridge. You need to see families. The one that broke my heart, they say, there are Yorubas there too. Now, if you hear people from your side, I don't know how you're going to feel. Normally, I'm supposed to really feel general, like it's this, but personally, right? It's something I'm like, but this one will be Libya. Yoruba land, though. They supposed to be mega shitty. What exactly is the benefits we are deriving from Nigeria as Yorubas in Yoruba land, inside Nigeria? What exactly is that benefit being Yoruba in this contraption? What? I'll let you see this first, and then the next one.
What is your mission here? You rent house here? From who? From Opo. From Opo. How much are you paying? Paid 150. Eh? For 150. For what? For a room. For a room? For a year or for how many months? Yeah, for a year. That Mopo, is a military man, or they just give him Mopo? When I got here, when they referred me here, I had people here calling him with the name. Which name? Mopo, that Mopo. Is he a uniform man, the guy? He's not. No, I'm not sure. That's just a big name. Where do you work?
Now here you live, madam. When have you been living here? Since last year. Yeah. Now here you born this your baby. Where? Okay. This is where you two are staying. Eh? This is where you are living.
What I say here, your brother. Which one of your brother is doing? Which one? He's the agent.
Hey, this is where you are living, madam. This is where you are living. Eh? Is this where you are living? Eh?
Sorry. Come outside.
Wà lábẹ́ ọ̀run o. Ṣé bí ni wọ́n náà ń gbé?
Hey! I'm not showing you my ID card.
You are living here, Abi? Are you living here?
Yes.
What are you doing here?
I stay here. This is only weekend I go. Now don't here they serve.
So is it the place you are supposed to rent?
This is where I hide myself. I did not even rent house.
You know rent house?
This container that is here.
It's embarrassment.
It's not an embarrassment. I have my house that I built myself.
Why can't you go there?
But I can't go.
Anybody